Matinee affair at Madison Square Garden. Crowd continuing to file in on this Christmas weekend. And Moochie Norris is going to address the crowd in a moment. Meanwhile, the starting lineups for the Bobcats: Emeka Okafor, Primoz Brezich, Gerald Wallace, Brevin Knight, and Keith Bogans for head coach Bernie Bickerstaff. Meanwhile, for the Knicks, a different starting lineup for the first time this season. Allen Houston replacing Jamal Crawford, who will be out anywhere 3 to 6 weeks with the toe injury, for head coach Lenny Wilkens. And the key, of course, will be Allen Houston right now. As John mentioned, maybe around 30 minutes. He certainly can't play as much as 40. The shooting touch has been there. Not as aggressively driving to the basket as you would expect, John. It's natural at this point. He's still not fully comfortable, still thinking about the knee. But a key for him will be defensively, because that's perhaps the toughest in terms of impact on the knee.
Yes, Mike, most likely he will be matched up against a fellow backcourt player. The other day in the last game in Boston, he was matched up against Paul Pierce, who was playing out of the forward position a number of times, and it was very difficult for Allen, and he felt very bad about that game. So he comes in here, you know, with some fire in that he's starting the game. He's vital to the Knicks right now, and he's been disappointed with some of his recent performances, which is a good thing to drive him forward.
Today's New York Knicks high-definition broadcast, available only on cable, is presented by Panasonic. Ideas for life. When Marbury and Allen Houston played sparingly last year together, they played well. They got into a nice groove in terms of Marbury's penetration and kick out. Houston still getting on track here, but they were a lethal weapon last year at times when they had a chance to play together.
Boy, it's late last March was Allen Houston's last start wearing a Knicks uniform. Boy, it's a long run, and it's got to feel different for him coming out now, greeting his opponents and stepping out on the court now as a starter. You know, he really hides his emotions, but I have to believe, Mike, that he's an Allen Houston way of being on fire inside right now.
Yeah, his body language is not one that ever shows that, but has been very competitive, was very upset with himself after the loss to the Celtics for the way he played at the Fleet Center in Boston. Our officials: Scott Foster, Leroy Richardson, a Brooklyn native, and Kevin Fair. So we're set to go. Okafor and Nazr Mohammed. And Stephon Marbury will get things started. Al Trautwig mentioned just a few moments ago, Marbury might see him look for a shot earlier and perhaps a bit more often. It won't be just one guy, John, who's going to have to make up for the offensive punch that Jamal Crawford provided. Mohammed's first shot.
Nazr continuing to shoot the ball well here in the opening moment, as he has all season.
7 in the NBA in field goal percentage. Last 2 games getting back on track offensively. And there's Brezich, who's been a pleasant surprise. A little inconsistent, but put up some nice numbers in his first opportunity really to play. Mohammed has it poked out of bounds. 6 on the shot clock.
Knicks want to come out here with energy right from the start and announce to this young team that they're going to be in for a tough day.
Gerald Wallace knocks it down. Now, this is a team that has 9 players, talking about Charlotte, that average between 8 and 14.5 points per game. Okafor is their leading scorer at 14.8 as Marbury looks to penetrate, but it's a very balanced attack,
which of course is a coach's dream.
Marbury gets inside, flips it up and in.
Well, Marbury had patience. He knew he could beat his man, but he had to get a little spacing in the form of his teammates spreading out a bit, and he waited, and it paid off.
This is the side of the floor, though, that Lenny Wilkens most concerned with. The Knicks' last 2 games have not played well defensively, as they've given up 114 points to Boston, 123 to Dallas. Brezich hits it, and each team starts off 2 for 2 from the field.
Brezich at 7-1, showing a very nice touch.
First 3 years with Indiana hardly played, Brezich, but getting an opportunity this year as a starter. Kurt Thomas with a hand at his face. And Gerald Wallace, the former Sacramento King, the rebound. Wallace looking for Okafor. Good ball denial from Mohammed. Okafor has that ability, no way off that time, but he's shown a nice touch this year, John.
Yes, he showed it to the Knicks, too, on December 4th when the Knicks were in Charlotte.
Mohammed goes right at him. Can't connect. Brevin Knight looks to push. Wallace. Turnover. Knicks have the numbers coming the other way. Tim Thomas inside.
Why not? He had two teammates running with him, but he was confident and he burst out. He had that step lead. It's good for him too to get into the game early. The Knicks need everything Tim Thomas can bring today.
Thomas coming off a season high points wise, had 19 against the Celtics in Boston. Still trying to find consistency to his game. Shot clock winding down. Brezic likes to put it up from the perimeter. Nice soft touch.
What the heck is this? 7'1". He's supposed to have gardenitis, Mike. He should be nervous.
The 25-year-old from Slovenia has put up some decent offensive numbers. And a foul on the entry pass. Wallace on the grab. So that's Wallace's first, team's first. And the Knicks will inbound.
Well, Tim Thomas showed some ability to get down court and run faster than the shorter guys. And of course, a soaring finish for Thomas. He made it look easy.
Bogans is on Houston. Bogans is a very good defensive player. Just did a good job shutting down Tracy McGrady, and the Bobcats win in Houston, which was their first road win of the season. And Thomas pretty move inside.
Well, the Knicks are focusing, as we're witnessing, on going to the basket.
Wallace, they try the pick and roll. Bad pass. Turnover. Nick Ball. Last game between the two, one of the key stats, and this was back on December 4th. Knicks lost 107-101, was turnovers. Knicks had 20. Bobcats only 6.
That was a remarkable disparity. The 20 cost them 18 points too in a game that they lost by 6. So they were very costly turnovers.
Brezic in the post. Count it, and a foul. Nazir Muhammad not happy. And picks up his first. And Brezic already with 6 points. He's got a chance for the three-point play.
Brezic showing some determination here, as he could see him with that elbow without having a foul called on him, disposing of Muhammad, kind of pushing him out of the way. So the key thing now for Muhammad is to beat him to position that he may want when he comes down court every time, because he's proven that he can be effective once he gets that ball down low.
Brezic has 7 of their 9 points as the Knicks trail by a bucket, by 1. Excuse me. Muhammad inside, and an easy 2. Tim Thomas with the entry pass. The Knicks back up. Lenny Wilkins had a long Christmas Eve practice, one that went to about late afternoon, early evening, working on defense. They've been talking about it. Knicks players have been talking quite a bit about it as Bogans misfires. Kurt Thomas with a rebound.
Well, there's a sense of urgency, as the Knicks know and their fans and coaching staff knows.
Marbury trying a fancy pass, and there was a lot of contact. Marbury upset. He also felt the ball was deflected by one of the Bobcats, but it's going to be Charlotte ball.
You see Marbury bursting again to the basket. And that ball looking like it slipped out of his hands, and the official saw it off him.
What he was complaining about, he felt it hit one of the Bobcats jerseys there. It didn't appear to. Brevin Knight pulls up. And the Bobcats up 1. Charlotte 5 of 7 from the field to start.
Knicks chose to see Brevin Knight's jump shot rather than burst through that pick.
Houston looking for Muhammad. Muhammad goes right at Okafor. Tough shot, and a rebound. Wallace. Okafor plays very physical defense for a rookie. And what the coaching staff loves about him is that he doesn't back down. He'll have a shot blocked. He'll come right back at you. The turnaround move won't go. Tim Thomas mistimed his jump, and Gerald Wallace took advantage.
Wallace did not play against the Knicks in their last game in December, but he has been an important contributor. This is his 19th of 23 games, and he started most of them.
Hogan's on Houston. Houston trying to find a spot. And Allen Houston, tough shot.
Boy, was that a tough shot. I mean, he was going up to take that shot before he was facing the basket.
They go to Okafor again. Kurt Thomas, good defense. Ball deflected by Marbury, but Bogans for 3. And Okafor. The thing about Okafor, he pursues rebounds. Kurt Thomas had him boxed out. Well, with the funny carom, he went after it.
He's quick. You know, he's the only Charlotte Bobcat to start all the games this year. And it's interesting after all the concern about his lower back after his experience at the University of Connecticut.
Houston short. Not many second opportunities for the Knicks. They've been out rebounded 7-2 so far overall. Knight on the hesitation. That's not his game as Marbury gets the rebound. Marbury steps up for three. And Kurt Thomas tracks it down. Hesitation move from Marbury and a foul on Knight. And we'll have our first timeout as Brevin Knight picks up his first. Well, just under 5.5 remaining in the first. Knicks trailing by 3.
From our family to yours, everyone at MSG Network wishes you a safe and happy holiday season.
I'd like my computer to slow down. Way down. Slow.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus.
Slow.
Because they're not nearly as protected as they think they are.
Like holiday traffic.
That's why America Online now gives away virus protection to all our members. Absolutely free.
That'd be great.
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
Now available on pay-per-view to protect America's wealthiest heiresses.
Thinks this babysitting gig sucks.
The FBI's masters of undercover are going on the ultimate bust.
Sorry, they're new. You sure this is gonna work?
And they're going
These damn G-strings are killing me.
where no man has gone before.
You want some of this?
White Chicks. Now available on pay-per-view.
I love this game because these guys do crazy stuff.
Oh, very well played.
I love this game because of the non-stop action.
Oh, my goodness.
I love this game because when I'm around sweaty men, I smell better.
I love this game because the thrill is never gone.
Francis, he'll take it all away. He scores, and Magic win the game.
I love this game, and if you don't, you're fired.
Knicks down 3 as the Bobcats have hit 7 of 12 from the field to start off. Defense has been the #1 topic among the coaches and players. Knicks very inconsistent defensively this season, and they all know that that has to change.
We've got to make a commitment to defense, to keeping people in front of us, you know, not letting guys penetrate all the time where big guys have to constantly help, and then their guys get putbacks and scores. So defense goes 1 through 5. Yeah, everybody has to commit to play defense.
We just got to go out there and just play hard. I mean, we got to depend on one another and understand that if you do this, your teammate's going to do that, and your man goes by you, you help him, and someone helps them.
But the times that we're not talking, it's the times that we're making mistakes on the defensive end. So we just got to talk like we're doing on the offensive end and, just continue to be aggressive.
The philosophy that the Knicks have to engage is the enjoyment you get when you're an offensive player and you make a basket. It's like a fulfilling feeling. That feeling has to be translated to defense as well, where you get fulfilled by a hand in a guy's face and he misses the shot, by a deflection. Those are the things that have to be food for the Knicks to make them a better team.
It has to become a mindset. And John, the Knicks have said all the right things as Jason Capono in for the first time passes up that shot. Okafor barely hits the rim. But they've said all the right things.
Yes.
But the effort defensively has not been there every night. Marbury now with Bogans on him. Gets inside, try to shuffle it to Muhammad, but too many Bobcats in the area. Jason Hart also in the game for the first time for Charlotte. And Bogans lost it. Houston keeping his head up, trying to throw it ahead to Marbury, but good transition defense from the Bobcats. Muhammad. That's becoming, that little pick and roll 10-footers become automatic for him.
Yes, and he's so good at it, reflected in his fine shooting, as you mentioned a few moments ago. He has been so consistent as a reliable performer who delivers.
Both teams 7 of 13 from the field. Okafor. Shot clock at 5. Capono wide open. And Brezic gets the long rebound. Primož Brzić now 4 for 4 from the field. He's got 9 points.
In that he has no problem being physical at 7'1". A lot of 7-footers are kind of gentle, but he doesn't have any problem banging into Mohammed to loosen him up.
Kurt Thomas knocks down his first field goal, and the Knicks back up by 1. Now really the exchanging baskets here. Hart last year back up in San Antonio, now back up in Charlotte. Bogan's spotting up for 3. And Keith Bogans from downtown. Lenny Wilkins letting Tim Thomas know he needs to get out there. And those are the kind of lapses that
you want every shooter on the other team to have a hand in his face.
Bad pass from Thomas. And then a foul on Capono trying to go for the ball. Third team foul on Charlotte. And the Knicks will inbound.
Solid drive here. Good spacing of Bobcats, enabling that shot to go uncontested.
So Thomas will inbound. Wallace back in the game. Gerald Wallace. Houston against Capono. There's a quick double team. Kurt Thomas, tough pass to catch.
Yes.
Tim Thomas. And that hit the shot clock.
This crowd, Mike, is definitely showing the effects of an exhausting weekend.
It is a very quiet arena right now. Although
anybody here?
The play early. But also from the Knicks right now, these are the type of games you don't want to let a Charlotte expansion team that you know is going to play hard, play with energy every night, get some feeling early. And there's some danger signs early right now as Brzić hits. Knicks just not guarding with intensity.
Just because he's 7'1", he's already demonstrated his ability to hit shots. You got to respect that. Get out there with a hand in his face.
He's 5 for 5. Allen Houston too long, and Tim Thomas does a good job tipping it out. That's an area where Tim Thomas, we've said it over and over again, he could be such a good force on the boards. Blocked. Okafor with the rejection. Stolen by Muhammad. Big turnaround for Nazr Muhammad on the hustle play. I'm going to say, though, Tim Thomas at 6'10" with his jumping ability, he could be a force on the boards.
He's got it all. He's just got to show more of it.
Backdoor Brzić. Oh, Nazr Muhammad got beat on one of the oldest plays in basketball.
Yes, he turned his head on his man, and that was a very fine, keen move by Brzić, sensing Muhammad had lost track of him just for a split second.
Kurt Thomas knocks it down. It's down by 2. At this pace, Primož Brzić is going to have over 50 points. He's got 13. He's 6 for 6 from the field. Jason Hart. Ball knocked loose. Knicks have the numbers of 4 on 2. Thomas had it and lost it. And we'll have another timeout. 1:38 remaining in the first. The Bobcats shooting 61% from the field. Knicks down 2.
Back in the 1800s, when my great-great-grandfather Adolphus began brewing Budweiser, getting an ice-cold beer in the West wasn't even possible. So he came up with an idea. Refrigerated railroad cars and ice houses along the railroad in order to get Budweiser across the country in the freshest possible condition. That sure made a lot of cowboys happy back then. Today, we take the same pride in bringing our customers not only the very best tasting beer, but the freshest beer possible.
New York football fans, huddle up with MSG Sports Desk. Get all the latest as it happens from Gang Green. Hear from players and coaches, team news, injury reports, and highlights. No one gives you New York football like MSG Sports Desk, only on MSG Network. Tuesday on MSG, the great holiday hoops tradition returns to the Garden with a big doubleheader tip-off. First, it's NC State taking on Columbia in Game 1. Then St. John's takes on upstate Canisius. The Dreyfus Holiday Festival, Tuesday night on MSG.
The next generation of Ford is revved up and ready to roll for the new year. Save big on the best-selling SUV on the planet, Ford Explorer. During the next generation event, a well-equipped Explorer XLT 4x4 can be yours for just $285 a month. That's just $285 a month, including independent rear suspension for a smooth ride on-road and off. The next generation event is going on now, only at your Tri-State Quality Ford store. Ford, built for the road ahead.
Today's contestant in the Champion Mortgage Knicks Victory Sweepstakes, Sid Brown from Rosedale, New York. If the Knicks win today's game, Sid wins 2 tickets to a Knicks home game and qualifies for the grand prize half-court shot for $100,000. For your chance to win, send us a postcard to the address on the screen. Champion Mortgage. Call 1-800-champion today. Sid Brown, thank you for having a name that I can pronounce. We've had some rough ones. Meanwhile, the Knicks will be back in action tomorrow night. A back-to-back scenario and a tough one as well. In Orlando against the Magic, one of the surprise teams of the Eastern Conference. Knicks game night at 6:30. Cannon Business Solution Knicks game night. Tip off at 7:10. Not a great start for the Knicks, only down 2, but the defense is lacking the intensity early.
Yeah, Norrison, you don't want to be content just matching baskets, and that's a pattern sometimes that the Knicks have fallen into. It's not very fulfilling.
Jason Hart and Moochie Norris able to get the rebound. Tim Thomas drives inside. Shot won't go, but a foul. Thomas has that ability.
That's the advantage, too, of pushing the basketball. Get it into someone's hands who can get to the basket, and Tim Thomas certainly can do that.
So Thomas will shoot 2.
Ball is pushed up to Tim Thomas, and at 6'10", with his size and strength, he can get through the rim.
Thomas 81% from the free throw line, but he's only taken 48 free throws in 26 games. There was as Melvin Eli comes in, there was an interesting piece in the New York Post today, John, a feature on Tim Thomas that chronicled all that's happened to him recently, and he said this has been the worst year of his life. 2004, he was traded, which was he was traded to New York, and then of course he had the tragic offseason where he had a cousin and his sister die all in a 3-day span. With 2 young children that he's been part of taking care of now. So it's obviously been a difficult time for him. Well chronicled today in that piece. His heart misfires. Eli tips it, and Gerald Wallace comes up with it. Jason Capono can't get it to fall. Thomas the rebound. But he says now mentally it's starting to clear up a little bit. He's starting to be able to relax and enjoy basketball more. Michael Sweetney's in the game.
Well, as we know, and has been said over and over again, his abilities are endless.
Houston had a hand in his face. Jamal Sampson did a good job contesting the shot. Tied at 24. About a 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Hart inside. Sampson and a foul. And again, the Bobcats, the Knicks off the dribble, and that opens everything up. And chance for a 3-point play for the former Laker.
Oh, good penetrating drive. And Sweetney's attention was in a helpful situation. Knicks didn't get a rotation to see Sampson come barreling in for that finish. And that's costly.
So Sampson will shoot one. Sampson last year played with the Lakers. Will spend most of the year on the injured list. First couple of years with the Lakers. Sweetney can't hold on. Gerald Wallace. Bogans pulls up for the jumper and knocks it down. And that last play is certainly the way it went for the first quarter. And the Knicks hearing boos again. In a matter of Charlotte just wanting the ball more that time. So first quarter complete. Charlotte 28 points as the Knicks trail by 4.
BMW Holiday Sales Drive. Lease the 2005 BMW 525i for $469 a month, only through January 3rd.
With
John, and as we said in the first quarter, there's some danger signs right now because after two bad losses, the Knicks came out and did not come out with the type of fire and intensity that I know Lenny Wilkins wanted to see.
Yes, and they have to manufacture it, and they can do it, certainly one quarter down. But there has to be an intensity and a commitment of high energy now the rest of this game.
Trevor Ariza, Moochie Norris, Michael Sweetney knocked it away, but it goes right to Eli. Eli way off the mark, and Norris the rebound. Norris has played well in his spot duty, supplying some energy and good court leadership at the point guard position. Sweetney goes inside. Nice feed to Kurt Thomas. And Thomas can't finish. Trevor Ariza right there. Kicks it out. Marbury for an open jumper. Way off the mark, and Capono the rebound.
Well, that's unusual to see a miss like that.
It's a rare spot for Marbury to be a spot-up shooter.
And he doesn't usually use the backboard.
And loose ball foul call on Jamal Sampson. Good boxing out from Sweetney.
Lenny Wilkins going with only 2 of his starters now. And many times this year when he has gone to the bench early, good results have taken place.
Marbury. Nice move from Marbury. Kicks it out. Ariza left wide open. And Ariza has been working on his jumper. Able to put that one down.
Took his time. He didn't rush it. Very nicely done.
Knicks down 2. Just over a minute gone by here in the second. Gerald Wallace. Nobody coming to help out. But again, there's the problem that Lenny Wilkins talked about. You get beat off the dribble as Marbury beats everybody 8 off the dribble down the other end, but can't finish. Sampson. And then Ariza with the steal. Ariza finding Sweetney. And Michael Sweetney with the soft hand.
You know, right from the beginning of training camp, Ariza showed signs of having a good knowledge of the game. Good things that happened without scoring. And that was an example. It was awareness of his teammate.
And John, what a rookie will lack in experience in the NBA game, he just has good court sense that helps him make up for. Still will make some. Oh, nice feed inside. And Sweetney and Lenny Wilkins very upset. Sweetney got hammered there by Sampson.
That's surprising.
He's yelling at Kevin Fear. Bernie Bickerstaff's going to call timeout. But boy, there seemed to be quite a bit of contact. A 20-second timeout. Great pass from Trevor Ariza.
You know, Mike, so often we see look-away passes go astray, you know. That was a look-away, but you could see he had his eye on Sweetney right from the beginning of the pass there. That was really pretty.
So now watch Sampson come in. That angle you saw on the angle right before, there was a lot of contact as he came in. And it wasn't like Sampson didn't go straight up. He came forward to try and block the shot, which was a good attempt. But at the same time, there was a lot of contact.
So Lenny Wilkins goes to the bench, and good things are beginning to happen here for the Knicks.
And Trevor Ariza, a big part of it. Ariza with a steal and a couple of very pretty assists. Michael Sweetney, the beneficiary. And Wilkins has done this on occasion when the starters are not performing with the kind of energy, especially on the defensive end. He takes them out and needs to do more of it, John, if the Knicks are not responding to his challenge of better defensive intensity.
Yes, and that can have a rub-off, too, on everybody else.
The bench has been, as you said, though, they've been supplying that energy most of the year.
And wait till the Bobcats see Jerome Williams, Mike.
Williams not in the game yet, but he is certainly ready.
He's always ready.
Certain players, when they're on the bench, and if the coach even flinches, they're like ready to jump up. Williams is one of those guys.
And that's what you like to see if you're a coach.
Brevin Knight back in the game. Eli calling for it. Kurt Thomas playing him tough. Just put them out 4-0. Sweetney lost the rebound, but knocked out of bounds by Charlotte. That's good post defense from Kurt Thomas. Bogan's back in. Capono will sit.
I don't think the Knicks are missing Krevich. Do you, Mike?
Right after that great start, he's sitting.
Well-deserved rest.
Marbury playing the 2-guard right now. And Brevin Knight, the deflected out of bounds. Nick ball, 9 on the shot clock. Okafor is going to come back in. And Eli will sit. For Charlotte, again, they're just 1-10 on the road. Their one road win came last in Houston against the Rockets, a team they beat twice this year. Ariza can't get it to fall, but they've been competitive on the road in a number of their games. I mean, they've had their share of blowouts, but overall 7-15. They're 6-5 at home. They've been tough at home. Wallace inside. Sweetney with the help defense, and here comes Marbury. Knicks have the numbers 3-on-2. Marbury explodes, but lost the handle.
He is having some frustrating first half here in getting to the basket.
Well, a timeout with just over 3 minutes gone by in the second. It's all tied at 30.
Tomorrow on MSG, Stephon Marbury in New York look to heat things up on the road against Grant Hill and the Magic. Tomorrow night at 7, only on MSG Network.
Got athlete's foot? Think fast. Lamisil AT cures athlete's foot with just 1 week's use. If you use Tinactin or Lotrimin AF, you'll be treating for 4 long weeks. But 1 week with Lamisil AT keeps you athlete's foot free for 3 months. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
Showtime Unlimited. Added for $12 or less per month. Call 1-800-DIRECTV to order now.
For the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 39 in crystal clear high definition. Now is the time to join DirecTV's HD Revolution. Because this postseason, the revolution will be televised.
Got athlete's foot? Think fast. Lamisil AT cures athlete's foot with just 1 week's use. If you use Tinactin or Lotrimin AF, you'll be treating for 4 long weeks. But 1 week with Lamisil AT keeps you athlete's foot free for 3 months. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
Anheuser-Busch salutes parents who talk to their kids about drinking. Responsibility matters. And plenty of children on hand for this afternoon affair. And for over 50 years, it's been a college basketball tradition, the Holiday Festival. And the Dreyfus Holiday Festival, presented by Foot Locker, returns to the Garden this Tuesday and Thursday. NC State, Columbia, Canisius, St. John's. So get your tickets today through Ticketmaster or at the Garden box office. Knight pushing it up.
For Charlotte, number 0, Terrence Smith.
Terrence Smith is checked in for the first time. That's him right there. 6'8", second-year player at Ball State. Ball knocked away. Shot clock at 2. Eli gets inside. Knocked away by Sweetney. Ariza takes it to the glass. Sweetney with the offensive rebound. Shot clock did not reset. And it's down to 8 on the 24. Sweetney against Okafor. Couple of Big East players. Not a good shot that time from Sweetney. He thought he was fouled, but that's a tough shot. A little far away to do that fall away.
Yeah, Okafor succeeded in making him go further out, too.
Bogan stripped by Muhammad. Knicks now using their hands defensively, come up with some steals. Bucci Norris back for Sweetney, stolen by Brevin Knight. That was actually more of Bucci Norris. That's a tough place to give a big man the ball.
Yeah, and there was a trap waiting for him, too, that Sweetney didn't see.
They want to get it to Okafor, who's calling for it. Emeka Okafor can't get it. Eli the rebound. Left hand won't go. Rebound inside by Smith. Okafor again, blocked by Muhammad. Eli gets in there, puts it up, and puts it in. The second and third effort from Charlotte.
Well, the Knicks are paying for not putting a body on the offensive players under the basket of Charlotte.
Muhammad. Sweetney looking to post up Eli. Offensive foul on Michael Sweetney. That's his second. And Jerome Williams will come in for Sweetney. You know, John, after the last two games, you wanted to see a team come out with that spirit, almost an angry spirit. We didn't play well the last two games. We've got a chance in a game we certainly should win at home before a tough game tomorrow night.
A lot of that's reflected, Mike, too, when you see the defense with their hands up. And as you look at the Knicks players out here now, we're not seeing enough of that.
You see Okafor races to every ball. Theron Smith can't get it. Muhammad knocks it out of Bresic's hands. Here come the Knicks looking to push. Ariza. Feed won't go, a foul. Shot won't count. Jerome Williams was fouled on his shot attempt, so he'll shoot two. With 6:36 remaining, and the Knicks down by 2 here in the second. 2 fouls on Brevin Knight.
Well, Knicks moving the ball up quickly, as they intend to do. A lot of room there. And Jerome can't finish.
Brevin Knight hit with a technical. Brevin Knight, one of the gentlemen in the NBA.
Stanford graduate. How can he speak like that?
Maybe he used a word that Scott Foster didn't understand. Foster had been hearing it from him. Knight had been arguing and arguing. Foster seemed trying to let it go. That's enough.
Well, you can see that Brevin Knight was very passionate about his position, and there was a price.
Knight was born in Livingston, New Jersey, went to Seton Hall Prep, lives in East Orange. Now in his 8th year in the league. He's bounced around. This is his 7th team, and he's found a nice spot for him. Injuries have been a big part of hurting his career because he started off so well in Cleveland.
And Jerome Williams, but then it wasn't quite the same in Atlanta, Memphis, Phoenix, Washington, and Milwaukee. And now, of course, with Charlotte, yes, teams for Brevin Knight. And boy, he's made an impact here as the second leading assist man in the NBA right now.
And he's also up in steals, 6th in the league in steals. So Knicks hit 3 free throws and back up by 1. Smith blocked by Muhammad. Offensive foul. Good defense from Moochie Norris. Theron Smith picks up his first. Smith, who played a little bit last year with Memphis. And Tim Thomas is going to come back in. Norris sits after 8 minutes. Moochie Norris 3 rebounds in 8 minutes.
Well, Stephon Marbury now back after a brief rest.
Marbury with shot clock at 8. Puts up the 3. Short. And Smith the rebound. Marbury the last couple of games has not scored a lot. You see the shooting numbers as Bogan's off the mark. Boy, Okafor, he's got like a magnet. And Marbury the rebound. With Okafor, so much of his rebounding is just strictly effort. Marbury misses again, and a rebound. Okafor knocked out of bounds. Marbury just 1 of 7 from the field. He has 3 assists. He also has 5 rebounds, but struggling shooting the ball. Just past the midway point of the second, Knicks with a 1-point advantage.
It's crunch time in the NFL, and the hits are getting harder and harder, especially with unnecessary roughness on MSG.
God, we have football to talk about.
It's crazy some of the things you hear. I really don't know if I should say thank you or punch you, you know? My knee, baby.
Oh, baby, y'all like that. The Bad Body Award, he wins it hands down.
This isn't right. Did you show up to the game on time? Willing to work hard and to prove people wrong. Throwing out the guns. That ain't me.
Unnecessary roughness presented by Bass. Tuesday night, only on MSG Network.
We raise the bar on design. We push the limits of performance. Now, every great story deserves a happy ending. It's Nissan's National Year-End event. Get year-end deals on every Nissan you see. Cars, cars, trucks, and SUVs. And lease the all-new 7-passenger Pathfinder for just $329 a month. Hurry to your Nissan dealer while the story continues, because this event ends January 3rd.
MSG delivers great ways to enjoy the Knicks, such as Game Director allows you to take control of the action. Virtual Sports Desk featuring video on demand 24/7 HD TV game telecast. MSG Network enhancing the way fans get their sports. Just past first half of the second quarter, I should say, with 5:46 remaining. Knicks leading by 1. Our Nissan trivia: Mecca Okafor recorded a double-double, 14 consecutive. Who holds the rookie record? John, the Charlotte Bobcats, in their game notes, they had Elvin Hayes with 60, but we're told that's wrong, so we got to come up with another answer.
Wow, 60.
I might go with Wes Unseld. Brevin Knight. Hogan's blocked by Trevor Ariza. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Williams with 1 on the shot clock.
Well, Will Chamberlain.
Well, that's the obvious one, so we could go there.
Well, the greatest scorer in the history of the game might not be a bad one, too. Kareem.
Yeah. Was he a big rebounder right away? Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Wallace. Knicks will get it back. An excellent defense from Ariza on that possession.
No, he wasn't, actually. But what the heck, his name came up.
Ariza getting some extra minutes. Tim Thomas. We're going to post up. It's inside. Nice left hand.
Yeah, beautiful. One of his many skills, versatility.
You know what, John, the patience on that move. Thomas sometimes makes those moves so quick, loses the ball, or that time he took his time. Brevin Knight off the dribble. Boy, Okafor is impressive.
There's a guy, I mean, he's surrounded by a lot of guys 6'10", but he's a classic example who's somebody who plays bigger than he is. Like a double-double can mean points and assists too, right?
Yep.
How about Tiny?
His rookie year, though? Has to be rookie year. Ariza. 2 on the shot clock. Marbury and a foul on Brevin Knight. Knight just waves at Scott Fawcett. Knows he can't say anything. Already has a technical. And for Brevin Knight, that's his 3rd foul. And Stephon Marbury will shoot 3 free throws. It's amazing how often we see, and let's take a look at the play. How often you see local players from the metropolitan area come back, and it's usually, often it's feast or famine performances when they play in front of family and friends.
You know who I think of right away? It's funny that you mention that, is Tom Gugliotta.
Right.
Who had a terrific career. He's a Long Island guy, and whenever he'd come here, it was like a way off night.
It was nightmare games.
Right. He had a fine career, too. Injuries kind of brought him down.
Knicks, meanwhile, getting it done at the foul line, 9 for 9. And Marbury perfect on all 6 of his attempts. Knicks up by 4. So an 8-point turnaround after they trail by 4. Bogans. See now the intensity more defensively. There's good switching and help, although Thomas again got beat off the dribble that time, but recovered nicely. However, Okafor right there, a foul, and he puts it in.
Marbury fell into the trap. How was he going to stop a 6'10" guy who was in front of him? Kind of wasting that foul. A lot of scrambling now for this basketball. Marbury had it, and it fell out of his hands, and he couldn't resist trying to stop the attempt to score.
You have to be careful of those fouls, too, from behind the player going up.
Oh, particularly when he's 6'10".
There's so much energy for Okafor. Knicks by 2, just under 4 to play here in the second. Ariza. Inside, Ariza stripped and stolen. Jason Hart throws it ahead. And Bogans gets inside. Bernie Bickerstaff up applauding his team's effort. Game tied at 38. And Ariza foul. Bogans picks up the personal. 14 foul against the Bobcats. And for Bogans, that's his first. Allen Houston back in. Ariza will sit. And a good job from Ariza. A couple of assists, a couple of rebounds, 2 points in 9 minutes. Jerome Williams has a seat as well. Kurt Thomas back in.
That time he got is important, too, to his continued development.
Marbury.
Jason Hart doing a fine job staying in front of Stephon.
Houston trying to draw the foul. Nazi Muhammad with the offensive rebound. Tough shot. Hands in his face.
Boy, oh boy.
Muhammad 10 points on 5 of 7 from the field. He is so improved his low post game. They put so much time into it. And a reaching foul going to go against Marbury. And John, he used to get a lot of his points early in the season off misses and dunks from passes. Now he's able to create his own shots with the post moves.
That's another dimension to his game, as we see an example. Exactly what you said, Mike. Under a lot of pressure, he makes two.
Can you hear me now? Good. Now. Good. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Good.
We ask the same question over and over.
Can you hear me now?
So that you don't have to.
Good.
Verizon Wireless has fewer dropped calls than any other wireless network.
Good. Can you hear me now?
It's what makes us the most reliable wireless network in the nation.
Now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Good.
Verizon Wireless.
Can you hear me now?
We never stop working for you.
Good.
It feels great to give back to the community for me. And if I could, lend a hand or lend some inspiration, it goes a long way.
If I can open up the door for just one person, one kid, one boy, one girl, that's what it's all about. And you know what? Chances are you're going to reach a lot more than just one.
Special set of plastic glasses.
Anytime we can come out and just spend some time with them to make their time a little bit easier and make it a little bit better, that's what giving is most about, especially in the holiday season.
It was June 14th, 1994, and the moment New York had waited 54 years to witness. The Rangers win the Stanley Cup. New Year's Eve at 8 on MSG.
I'd like every single picture of little Jeannie to just disappear completely. Her first step, her first tooth, first bite of real food. You remember that? Peas. It was peas. And corn.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus. That's why America Online now gives away virus protection to all our members. Absolutely free.
Jeannie who?
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
Under 3 minutes remaining. Second quarter. Madison Square Garden. The Knicks leading the Bobcats 40-38. Knicks fell behind by 4 earlier. Bench provided some energy, but Charlotte doing some good things, hanging in there. Of course, they beat the Knicks on December 4th. And trying to get their second straight road win.
Mike, after that win, they went on the road out west and lost 4 straight. Then came back and all of a sudden have won 3 of their last 4 coming into today's game, including 2 wins against Houston.
Hart trying to stuff it in there, but Kurt Thomas knocked it away. Allen Houston gets on the floor. Good hustle from Tim Thomas. Seen him dive on the floor a couple of times here in the first half. We talk so much about Allen Houston picking up the slack and Stephon Marbury picking up the slack without Crawford. Nice feed inside, and Kurt Thomas puts it in. There's a real opportunity for Tim Thomas to get right back into the flow and be a big contributor.
Yes, he can. So far, so good here. He's shown some good things here in the first half.
Knicks back up by 4. Brezic, his first miss of the afternoon. He was 6 for 6 before that one, before throwing up that brick.
2 minutes.
Houston has the height advantage on Jason Hart. Hart nearly takes it away from him, and Houston instead puts it in.
So Houston's unique ability to shoot the basketball. I mean, that wasn't exactly a comfort zone when he shot it because the defender had his hand on him right before that.
Houston 2 of 6 from the field. 6-point Knick lead. Bogans. Top of the backboard's in, as long as it doesn't hit the shot clock. And off the back of the head of Marbury. Smart play from Gerald Wallace. Ball comes up to about the 6th row.
Stephon showing showing a very cool reaction to that. Like, what are you talking about? I'm fine.
You have to be cool there. Because that, we all know, anybody who's been hit, that hurts.
A lot of stuff rattling around the brain there.
Okafor. Thomas just pushed him out a little bit before he caught the ball. Okafor trying to repost again. Boy, two players working hard. Thomas knocks it away. Excellent defense.
He played very physically without a foul.
Oh, Wallace with the block. Tim Thomas tried to save it. Nazr Mohammed ready to throw it down, and Gerald Wallace right back at him.
Mohammed thought he had it all worked out, but Wallace with a terrific block, had his hand on all ball. And Wallace is only 6'7".
He's had some pretty spectacular blocks this season. He gets a running start in there. Allen Houston with the foul. Wallace, another player who hadn't gotten a lot of opportunities with other teams, played with Sacramento his first 3 years and now getting a chance to play as Houston picks up his first foul. Okafor has had a 20-point, 10-rebound game in 4 of his last 5. We said the 14 consecutive double-doubles. He's the best rebounder in the Eastern Conference, 3rd in the NBA, only Duncan and Garnett. He's 3rd in offensive rebounds. Nazr Mohammed still 2nd.
Let's see, what can I say to add to that?
He hasn't hit a 3-point attempt this year.
Carry the one. Leads his team in minutes.
Yeah. You want to find something critical. He hasn't hit a 3-pointer. He hasn't attempted one either.
He's a rook.
Hits the free throws there. And the Knicks just get it over in time. Houston spotting up. That's a 3. Allen Houston puts the Knicks up 7.
He just lifts this team right up when he starts shooting the ball.
So Houston 5 quick points since returning. Jason Hart left open. And Allen Houston the rebound. Houston also has 3 assists here in the first half. Marbury looking for Houston. Hogan's right up on him. Houston. Bad pass. Gerald Wallace will have an easy 2. Boy, I love that. Made sure he just got the 2 points.
How unusual. A layup.
Marbury for 3. And there's the buzzer ending the first half. Bit of a sluggish start for the Knicks, but they rebounded nicely. And after trailing by 4, went up by as many as 7. Brevin Knight, you see walking off. Bernie Bickerstaff happy with his team. And coming up, the Tri-State Jeep halftime report. Jeep trail-rated capability only in a Jeep 4x4. We'll have some scenes from the Knicks in the holiday spirit, plus first half highlights with Al Troutwig and John Starks. That's coming up. Halftime here at this matinee affair at Madison Square Garden. And the Knicks getting Nazr Mohammed. He leads the way with 10 points. Tim Thomas had 8. Stephon Marbury with 8. Primoz Brezic's leading all scores with 13 for Charlotte. And after 2 quarters, it's the Knicks 47 and the Bobcats 42.
Tomorrow on MSG, Stephon Marbury in New York look to heat things up on the road against Grant Hill and the Magic. Tomorrow night at 7, only on MSG Network.
It is a big, big night here in Times Square. Listen to that crowd. And the ball is dropping. 7, 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Sorry. Pause and rewind live TV with DirecTV DVR with TiVo. DirecTV customers call 1-866-GET-A-DVR for a special holiday offer.
Sand painting is practiced by many cultures. Notice how they place the sand, 1 grain at a time. They've been working on this piece for over 8 days. I'm sorry, no pictures, please. Just look at the detail.
Want to get away? Now you can. Go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $149 internet specials to 59 destinations nationwide. Purchased by January 16.
You are now free to move about the country.
the NFL playoffs at Super Bowl 39 in crystal clear high definition. Now is the time to join DirecTV's HD Revolution. Because this postseason, the Revolution will be televised.
I'd like my computer to slow down. Way down. Slow.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus.
Slow.
Because they're not nearly as protected as they think they are.
Like holiday traffic.
That's why America Online now gives away virus protection to all our members. Absolutely free.
That'd be great.
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
Around the world and off the lip. Into the game and out of the gate. Get over 25 specialty and regional sports networks in Sports Pack, including NBA TV, your all-access channel for everything basketball. All for only $12 or less per month. Order now at directtv.com or call 1-800-DIRECTV.
I love this game because these guys do crazy stuff.
I love this game because of the non-stop action.
I love this game because when I'm around sweaty men, I smell better.
I love this game because the thrill is never gone.
Francis will take it all away.
I love this game, and if you don't, you're fired.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA. You're watching the Tri-State Jeep Halftime Report. Jeep, trail-rated capability only in a Jeep 4x4.
This is the Tri-State Jeep Halftime Report, brought to you by Jeep. Of course, the Knicks have a 5-point lead over the expansion Charlotte Bobcats here at halftime at Madison Square Garden. We'll have our usual halftime coverage with highlights and tell you who scored how many here at Madison Square Garden tonight in the Knicks' first game in the absence of their two-guard Jamal Crawford. Allen Houston filling in that first half, getting 7 points. The big man for the Knicks was Nazr Mohammed, scoring 10. But more on the numbers a little bit later in the Jeep Halftime Report. Now, the Knicks are coming off a loss in Boston on Wednesday night. On their quote-unquote off day, they were busy, and they had big plans. The stop they made was at an aircraft carrier. Thursday, several members of the Knicks family hosted a holiday carnival for over 500 kids at the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum on Manhattan's West Side. In cooperation with MSG's Cheering for Children Foundation, the kids were treated to a day of music, games, magic tricks, and of course, a chance to meet Allen Houston, Penny Hardaway, Tim Thomas, and the Knicks point guard, Stephon Marbury.
I think, what we're doing is we're reconnecting with our communities. Isaiah is basically governing New York City, and he's basically going back and, going to the roots of New York to basically, find out what people want to see. And, what they want is just basically to be able to touch us.
We just want to, create an atmosphere where the kids can have fun, come and get their minds away from what's going on at their homes, and whether negative or positive, and just come and do something at another place. And the Intrepid is an awesome place to have this at.
The party had a rapper's edge to it, with Fat Joe and Ja Rule providing the music to dance to. And in the end, the Knicks made sure these kids did not go home empty-handed.
It makes anyone feel good to give. And I think the most important thing is we just want to be a part of it. And I think they're going to have a great time. We're going to have fun. And if everyone, just imagine if everyone had this kind of cheerfulness and spirit in them the whole year round. That'd be fun, right? It makes me feel good because I was in a situation where we didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up, so I couldn't get everything that I wanted. And just to get something was definitely was an honor, and I thank God for that. But just to see their eyes light up, it makes me feel really good.
It makes me feel great. This is the least that I could possibly do. You basically try to reach out and give every kid that you could possibly touch a hand. Unfortunately, we can't help every kid, but, we're just trying to make a difference in some kids' lives.
'Tis the season to unwrap the Optimum Triple Play and save over $500. IO Digital Cable Service, Optimum Online, and Optimum Voice. Each just $29.95 a month for a year when you buy all three together. Enjoy great holiday movies and programs with IO. For just $29.95 a month, you get over 140 exciting channels, plus the best in HD programming at no extra charge. Get the fastest home internet access for all your holiday shopping. For just $29.95 a month, get Optimum Online. More than 150 times faster than dial-up and more than triple the speed of DSL. For just $29.95 a month, call anywhere in the U.S. and Canada with Optimum Voice. Catch up with family and friends during the holidays and all year long. The holidays were meant for the Optimum Triple Play. 3 great services, each just $29.95 a month for a year when you buy all 3 together, including free installation. Save over $500. Now that's happy holidays, only from Cablevision.
Withstands short drops, dust, and vibration. Coast-to-coast walkie-talkie, speakerphone, GPS enabled. Available in 2 colors. Act now and save $50 on the i530. Call 8889 Nextel to shop or find a Nextel store. Get a power plan for unlimited night, weekend, and walkie-talkie minutes. Call 8889 Nextel now.
That's not Santa. That's 50 million jolly customers who know their financial stockings are stuffed. Insurance, loans, retirement. AIG. We know money. This New Year's, resolve to secure your family's financial future. With the help of the AIG companies. We know money. AIG. Insurance, loans, retirement.
Adidas GDL at Champ Sports, where sport lives.
The New York Knicks look better than ever in high definition on MSG Network, powered by Panasonic. See the crystal clear difference of Knicks basketball and HD TV. The difference is widescreen coverage of all the dazzling game action. The sharpest images, along with Dolby Digital sound. See more of the game like you've never seen it before. Join the high-def revolution for a breathtaking home viewing experience. The Knicks on MSG Network in stunning high definition. Available on IO Digital Cable Service from Cablevision. Hey fans, want a chance to shoot for $100 grand? Enter the Champion Mortgage Knicks Victory Sweepstakes today. Just send us a postcard with your name, address, phone number, and date of birth to this address. Then, if your name is chosen and the Knicks win, you might get the chance to take a half-court shot at Madison Square Garden. Sink it, and you'll win $100,000 in the Knicks Victory Sweepstakes. Champion Mortgage, a slam dunk for low rates and personalized service. Whatever your credit situation, call 1-800-CHAMPION today.
You know, basketball in a way kind of raised me because you can go play basketball anytime and be out there working on your game. Basketball is my heart. I don't know where I'd be without it. Our focus this year is just all ball. All ball is just going out there, playing your heart out. We have to win. We have to produce. We're representing New York. It's the Mecca. You know what I mean? The guys really look forward to coming in. It's the best arena to play in. They have the best fans. I'm going to try to do something special every night. My name is Jamal Crawford. I live and breathe basketball. The Knicks on MSG. All ball.
Knicks by 5 on MSG, and the halftime scoring summary is brought to you by Jeep Trail-rated capability, only in a Jeep 4x4. Nazim Muhammad making 5 of 8 for 10 points, leading the Knicks. Also had 3 rebounds. Tim Thomas had 8. Stephon Marbury shot only 1 of 8, but 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Allen Houston, a relatively quiet 3 of 7 for his 7 points. Knicks shooting 46. Charlotte shooting 40% from the floor. They're being led by their big man in the middle, Primoz Brezec, 6 of 7 for 13 points. Johnny Hoop's doing double duty today, but he's in midseason shape, so he can pull this off without losing his breath. Now, John, I guess the storyline's pretty obvious. Knicks gave up 28 points in the first quarter and got their defensive act together, giving up only 14 in the second, getting a little bit of a spark from their bench.
Yes, exactly it, Al. It's happened many times this year when Lenny Wilkins goes to the bench where the energy isn't coming out of, let's say, a few of the starters defensively, and it did come out, along with some offense, too. It was a very solid first half.
John, I wonder many things, but today I wonder where you're going to start in the highlights. highlights. And we know they're brought to you by Jeep. Trail-rated capability only in a Jeep 4x4. What's it going to be, Mr. Hoops?
Well, Al, I took a very close look at Tim Thomas before the game. I liked the way he was shooting around before. I felt it could be a good first half for him.
Interesting.
And he backed me up, yes, with a fine running dunk. He got out with great confidence. He was very forceful, I would say, in his offensive movement here in the first half. And that is the kind of play that the Knicks need more of. He's unlimited, as we talk about often about his abilities. Trevor Ariza, a welcome addition to the first half also. Trevor on the boards, also keeping his eye open for open teammates, and he did it beautifully on that particular play. And also, how about that for a flying dunk, flying rejection rather by Ariza? He can really get up in the air. And given some room, yes, it's a jump shot. Didn't even touch the rim. So a nice few minutes for Ariza. Very confident building first half for him. Nazr Mohammed is really the Knicks, in many ways, most consistent player these days.
I might have started with him, John.
Well, you make a good case, Al, because he's doing so many things so well, game in and game out. And he hurt the Bobcats last time in Charlotte, along with Jamal Crawford's 41, too. That helped a little bit, too, in that particular effort. But Nazi's been terrific.
John, I'm told by the command center we cannot discuss anything any further. And don't go to the radio booth. Be great on television today.
Thank you, Al.
That's Johnny Hoops 2004, but not for much longer. We're at halftime, and the Knicks have a 5-point lead.
You've been watching the Tri-State Jeep Halftime Report. Jeep, trail-rated capability only in a Jeep 4x4.
Introducing the all-new 2005 Jeep Grand Cherokee. With an available 330-horsepower Hemi V8, it has best-in-class horsepower and torque. The optional electronic stability program that helps maintain control on slippery roads. And available Quadra-Drive 2, our most advanced four-wheel drive system ever. Go ahead, let it snow. During the Jeep year-end sales drive, qualified buyers can get a 2005 Grand Cherokee Laredo for $329 a month for 39 months.
Good night.
Good morning.
British Airways, a better sleep in business class.
I've put a lot of hard work into my home. Every day there's another thing that needs to be fixed, added onto, or updated. But one thing I've taken care of, how it's all paid for.
Call Champion Mortgage at 1-800-CHAMPION for customized home equity loans and refinancing solutions.
Hey, home equity loan and refinancing rates are still incredibly low. If you have a mortgage, a credit card, or any loan above this rate, call Champion Mortgage and save.
Don't miss out. Whatever your financial situation, call 1-800-CHAMPION before rates go up.
I'm not so sure about Jefferson.
You're no genius, are you? Listen, RJ has to meet the challenge. He can be the guy from the Ark. His team, he can be the guy from the Ark. His team needs him more than ever. Air Max Baller and all things Nike basketball in the House of Hoops, only at Foot Locker.
We didn't set foot on the moon. We didn't tear down the Berlin Wall. And we didn't race into the history books. Our passion is beer. Whatever yours is, reach for greatness.
With IO Digital Cable Service, you can order on-demand movies instantly with the push of a button. Get ready for a tall tale of elfish proportions as Will Ferrell stars as Buddy in the hilarious comedy Elf. Order hit movies now on demand on IO Channel 500.
The New York Knicks on MSG, brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. You can't live the dream if you don't play the game. Get your lottery ticket today. And by British Airways, offering truly flat beds in business class. Back at the Garden, Al Trower here at the world's most famous. Moments ago, the first annual Dave DeBuscher Awards were given out by Jerry DeBuscher, Dave's surviving wife, and the rest of his family, presented to area athletic stars in academics and community service. Mike, let me just take a moment to congratulate Michael Murphy from Holy Cross in football, Rosalind Goldan Woody from Archbishop Malloy, New Jersey's John Oates from Don Bosco Prep, Essence Carson, Rosa Parks Performing Arts School, and in Connecticut, Dave McClure, Trinity Catholic, a basketball player, and soccer star Susan M. Starr from Fairfield High School. We congratulate all of them and send it back to you.
All right, Al. What an honor to win a Dave DeBuscher Award. And as Al mentioned, great to see Jerry, his wife, and the kids as well here back at the Garden.
I had the pleasure of seeing him at halftime as well, Mike. And the trophy is absolutely beautiful of Dave, too.
Meanwhile, for the current Knicks, a tale of two quarters. In the first quarter, the Bobcats 28 points, 56% from the field. In the second quarter, when the Knicks started playing some defense, Bobcats 14 points and 25% shooting. Night and day from the first to the second quarter is Muhammad now with 12 points on the game.
Almost didn't look like he looked at the basket. He has such a good feel for where he is on the court.
And that shot had no arc. It almost looked like it wasn't going to be able to get over the rim. Brezic, who had the big first quarter, has it knocked away by Muhammad. Brezic had 13 points, 6 for 6 from the field in the first quarter, but didn't score in the second. Houston down low. Muhammad double team, trying to find somebody. Stolen by Knight, and able to tiptoe along the sidelines. Poor pass that time from Tim Thomas as the Knicks turn it over for the 9th time. Thomas in that first half did a nice job at 8 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, couple of rebounds, was active. The Knicks, and we've said it over and over again, they need him to do it on a consistent basis, an all-game basis. Wallace knocked it out of the hands of Thomas, and then a foul on Tim Thomas.
That foul might have delayed the possibility, or did delay the possibility of a layup.
And Charlotte. It would have been a layup because Wallace refused to dunk. Remember that last one in the first half?
Right,
Such a surprise. Right. Wallace had an open breakaway. If you didn't see the first half, and 99.9% of the NBA players are going to have a windmill dunk. He just laid it in, and the crowd actually booed him a little bit. And he's a very good dunker as Bogans misfires. 5-point Knick lead. Marbury. Kurt Thomas knocks it down. Kurt Thomas hasn't taken a lot of shots this afternoon, but he's 4 of 6. And the Knicks back up by 7. That reminds me, Andre Miller did that one time in a rookie game during rookie All-Star week, during All-Star weekend in the rookie challenge. Ball inside to Okafor. He's double teamed. And a foul on Kurt Thomas. Same thing, breakaway. He just laid it in. And the whole place, I mean, as booed as loudly as you possibly could be. Fans wanted to see a dunk. And he just wanted to lay it in.
So much of highlights that we see often of games in the NBA and college feature dunking. So the audience is being spoon-fed dunking all the time.
During my high school career, it was always a decision to make while I was going toward the basket. I felt the same way.
But you held back.
Okafor, 9 points, 6 rebounds. That last foul was on Kurt Thomas, just his first. And Kurt Thomas, the rebound. 6-point Knick lead, 2.5 gone by in the third. Knicks trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Started a bit sluggishly, but a strong second quarter. The extra pass and an open 3. Houston can't put it down. Houston 3 of 8 from the field.
You thank Kurt Thomas for the pass, though. We caught that as he ran by.
Brevin Knight to Brezic and a foul. Good ball movement from the Bobcats, and Allen Houston picks up what will be his third. So Brezic will go to the line. Brezic played 3 years in Indiana, and in those 3 years, 62 total games. Just never got an opportunity to play. Was picked up in the expansion draft. And at 7-1 given a chance. Played professional ball in Slovenia for 3 years. Was on 2 championship teams in that country. Was an all-star there. Came from a basketball family. His dad played for the Slovenian national team.
Well, he's getting playing time, and he's proven to be a formidable player, as the Knicks witnessed in the first quarter.
He's got 14 points. The lead is 5. Bogans has done a good job on Houston. Nice feed inside. And a bounce. Allen Houston with his 4th assist.
Well, it was a mismatch which worked because Brevin Knight was on Kurt Thomas. Kurt Thomas went down low, demanding a double team, and all of a sudden somebody was open.
Knight on the pull-up. Fight for the rebound. Okafor. When there's a battle, even against experienced players, he comes away with the ball more often than not. Brezic. Soft touch won't go. Fight for the rebound, and Kurt Thomas comes up with it. Gerald Wallace asking for a foul as he gets up slowly. Good pass from Marbury. And Kurt Thomas continues his good shooting. He's got 10.
Well, the Knicks push the ball. Bobcats can't get their defensive lineup straight in transition, and the Knicks move it to the open man.
But again, the key continues to be defensively. The Knicks have turned it around after that first quarter. This is their largest lead of the game.
BMW Holiday Sales Drive. Lease the 2005 BMW 525i for $469 a month, only through January 3rd.
Foxwoods Resort Casino, 80 poker tables, a charter member of the World Poker Tour. Foxwoods' new Wampum Rewards Megastore is loaded with cool stuff.
This red tag is your key to extraordinary year-end savings. Get into your GMC dealer by January 3rd for special red tag offers on the power, precision, and design of select professional-grade GMC trucks and SUVs. Get this Envoy 4x4 SLE with Smart Buy financing for around $289 a month. Call for residency restrictions and other details. Through January 3rd, see some red, save some green at your participating GMC dealers.
Anheuser-Busch salutes parents who talk to their kids about drinking. Responsibility matters. As this young fellow, he's in heaven right now, John. He's got his bag of candy. There's no place in the world he'd rather be right now than with that bag of candy.
And he wants no interruptions.
Meanwhile, Nick plans right now. The pick plans are available. Prices start at $120. Some plans include free food and free Knicks gifts. For more information, visit NewYorkKnicks.com or call 877-NYK-JUMP.
Oh,
Knicks by 9.
Yeah, they jump out to an 8-4 start here in the third quarter.
And there you see, that's the first quarter. 13 of 23 as Muhammad blocks that shot. Since the first quarter, the Bobcats now 7 of 30 after that miss. They've turned it around defensively. Marbury looking for Thomas, who has Brevin Knight on the mismatch. Thomas wants it. 8 on the shot clock. Immediately they double team. Thomas sees Allen Houston open. Wide open 3.
That's an Allen Houston layup. And the double team was exploited beautifully.
10 points for Houston, the third Nick in double figures. And this is the largest lead. Bogans. Okafor. And a foul on Kurt Thomas, who's second. Jason Hart, Jason Capone will come in. Bogans and Knight sit.
The active Okafor spinning, moving, drawing the foul. Very mobile guy. Allen Houston preceding that, though, from the corner. Wide open shot. He's so confident he didn't have to move in a couple of more feet closer to the basket.
You know, John, we've talked about this a lot over the years. The three-point shooting. There are so many players in the NBA who simply don't have three-point range. Yet, because the line's there, they take it so often. And then there are other players who just it's effortless from 23 feet 9 inches, which is a long distance, and he's one of those effortless players. Of course, there's always been talk about the league tinkering with the three-point. Do you put it only in for the last 2 minutes of the quarter?
Talked about being an experimental situation with the development league that the NBA has.
I think too many guys shoot the threes when it's not their normal shot. Houston, shot won't go, but a foul. Capono call for it. Bernie Bickerstaff upset, but 2 different officials had the call. So Houston will go to the line for the first time today.
Allen Houston played very tightly, as he's been told to do, and contest that shot into an opportunity for Allen Houston at the line, who hasn't missed yet this year.
Now 10 for 10. That's the other thing this year, and I didn't check this morning, but there's about, I think there was 15 or 16 players shooting 90% from the free throw line or higher. Last year, 4 total for the league. That's early, but still the free throw shooting has been better.
And statistically, there are 2 more foul shots per game going on in the NBA this year.
It's because of those perimeter fouls they're calling a lot on the guards with the straight arms. Marbury knocks it out of bounds. Marbury and Kevin Fear. Marbury felt maybe it went off the leg, but it didn't. So 8 on the shot clock for Charlotte. Capono, good perimeter game. Nice runner, though. And Capono makes the lead at 10-point for the Knicks. Capono, former big scorer at UCLA. One of the things Houston's having problems with, just getting back into the flow, especially with the knee, is getting free on good ball denial, because he can't really push off fully on the leg, or at least he's not comfortable yet doing it. Marbury with 2 on the shot clock. That ball grazed the rim.
Well, another example of contesting a shot, making it difficult for the shooter, and that's what happened to Stephon. He was contested.
Wallace. See what a difference defensively we've seen from the Knicks, using their hands, getting deflections, keeping players in front of them. Hart makes the move inside to Okafor, and Muhammad takes it away. Nice play from Nazr Muhammad. Here comes Tim Thomas. Good ball movement. The extra pass inside, and Muhammad too strong. A rare miss for him this afternoon. He's 7 for 11, and the lead remains 10. Rezic. Walk. What's your favorite expression for the travel? Is it the travel, walk,
travel,
steps?
Travel. Although I grew up on walking.
Right. Jamal Sampson back in.
All right, Knicks want to keep their foot to the accelerator here now with this 10-point lead.
There's Marbury. Marbury's had a bit of a struggle. He has 7 rebounds and 5 assists. But has not shot the ball well. Thomas with a funny kick on a shot. There you see Steve Smith the rebound. Smith's first appearance, he had 20 against the Knicks in that game in Charlotte. He hit the critical 3-pointer. That really kept the Knicks at bay in that victory for the Bobcats.
Still remains one of the leading 3-point shooters in the league this year.
Trying to get it going here. That's a 3. Talk about a guy with unlimited range. Thomas looking to post up. There's an advantage for the Knicks there on this post-up move, and Tim Thomas puts it in. Most times, John, he normally goes toward the middle on that spin.
Yes.
There's less chance of a double team the other way.
Yes, but he knew he could get above his defender, so he took advantage of that 2-inch height advantage that he had on Capono.
Tomorrow on MSG, Stephon Marbury in New York look to heat things up on the road against Grant Hill and the Magic. Tomorrow night at 7, only on MSG Network.
Brace yourself for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 39 in crystal clear high definition. The time to join DirecTV's HD revolution.
because this postseason, the revolution will be televised.
Sand painting is practiced by many cultures. Notice how they place the sand, one grain at a time. They've been working on this piece for over 8 days. I'm sorry, no pictures, please. Just look at the detail.
Want to get away? Now you can. Go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $149 internet specials to 59 destinations nationwide. Purchased by January 16.
You are now free to move about the country.
Get the most from DirecTV. Just add HBO and Cinemax, and you'll be adding the most top movies, the most acclaimed originals, and the most amazing array of choices. All on 10 great channels. Get the most from DirecTV. Order HBO and Cinemax online now at directtv.com or call 1-800-DIRECTV.
The Dreyfus Holiday Festival gets underway Tuesday night. Can't make it to the Garden? Watch it on MSG Network. 6:30, NC State, Columbia, St. John's, and Canisius. Joan Jones has done a nice job at Columbia. You know, Joe, we were just talking during the timeout. Former Columbia head coach Jack Rowan several months ago had passed away, and it didn't make big news, but in all the years covering for me basketball, one of the all-time gentlemen and one of the most humble, big-time basketball people I've ever met.
Yes, the kind of man who does not get attention, doesn't ask for attention, but highly, I don't know if that's even a good enough word to use, highly respected gentleman and terrific basketball person.
We certainly miss Jack Rowan. They have a whistle, and it's going to go against the Charlotte Bobcats. Steve Smith, an illegal pick, is first. So Smith at 35 years old, playing in his 14th year in the league. Marbury looking and want to get it to Tim Thomas again, posting up Smith, but good ball denial from Steve Smith. Marbury left open. That's a three. Stephon Marbury is struggling. He missed 8 straight shots. Well, knocks it down.
The ball movement, ball got to him when he was set, so he's very comfortable on that release. It looked good right away.
So this is the largest lead, a 15-point advantage. Jamal Sampson on the pull-up.
Jamal Sampson.
Sampson, another big body, 6'11", third-year player out of Cal. Guy just needs to play. He's hardly played. First couple of years in the league, didn't play. Hardly played in college 1 year. Houston, there's a smooth jumper.
Boy, you can see what a difference it is when there's not a hand in the face of a shooter. Now, we've seen about 3 jump shots in a row like that have gone in. Make it 4. So it's kind of matching jump shooting here, but fortunately for the Knicks, they're the ones on top.
All 5 Knicks starters in double figures as they lead by 13 with just over 3 to play here in the third. Kurt Thomas. Entry pass poked away by Okafor. And the Knicks with their 10th turnover. Bobcats have 15. That shows you the difference defensively for the Knicks. Okafor inside, blocked, but a foul. And Kurt Thomas picks up his third. We mentioned last game, only 6 turnovers by the Bobcats against the Knicks, and they've got 15.
Well, he got some room to move, and Kurt Thomas had to submit until the very end and then try and stop Okafor. Last time Okafor played here at Madison Square Garden was the finals of the Big East tournament when he led UConn to victory over Pittsburgh.
And the last time he was at the Garden was when he was the 2nd overall pick in the draft. His parents natives of Nigeria, but he was born in Houston, Texas. He played on the Olympic team, didn't play though. Larry Brown might take a look and see it. I wish I would have played him more by how hard he plays out there, although he had some terrific players ahead of him. Graduated in 3 years at UConn with a finance degree.
Academic All-American.
That's right. And a whistle away from the ball. Steve Smith called for his 2nd, and for the Bobcats, not in the penalty yet. It's only their 2nd team foul.
I mean, if you can go through college and be an All-American player, that's pretty great. But if you're an All-American player and an academic All-American,
and a technical foul on Bernie Bickerstaff, and get your degree in 3 years. So that's a second technical against Charlotte. Brevin Knight had one in the first half. Bickerstaff's been yelling quite a bit all game. Leroy Richardson handing out that technical. So Marbury will shoot it. So hits the technical. There's Leroy Richardson in his 10th year in the NBA. Guy who served 12 years in the U.S. Navy, John. Was on the USS Yellowstone all over the world. Spain, Egypt, Israel, France, Italy. Now he's reffing in the NBA. Marbury inside. The pass out to Tim Thomas. Kurt Thomas rushed it, although he had some time. And Sweetney with the offensive rebound. Feet inside and left-handed Tim Thomas. Pretty teamwork. Yeah, that's a second nice lefty move from Tim Thomas, who's got 12 points. Steal from Ariza. Marbury right back to the rookie and pokes it away. Ariza got a little bit lazy on that. Or maybe perhaps casual is a better word.
Right.
Smith tipped in by Okafor. 14 points, 9 rebounds for that rookie. 13-point game. Under 2 minutes to play in the third.
Knicks looking inside more and more now.
Sweetney draws the foul, which he does so well. And he'll shoot a couple. Okafor.
Sweetney getting low position. I mean, boy, that's all he wants is position like that, and Marbury recognized that.
Okafor first foul, and then he gets a breather. Knicks from the line this afternoon, 13 for 13 as Marbury will sit. Today on MSG, catch the latest edition of Knicks Life. All ball presented by Chevrolet. Spend 48 hours in the life of Mike Sweetney as he takes Trevor Ariza on a tour of Georgetown, works out with Mark Aguirre and more today following Knicks and the Bobcats here on MSG Network. A very soft-spoken player is Mike Sweetney, but he talks in this one.
Into 30 minutes. That show's going to move.
They don't. It's not part of it.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
I just read it. May have been in Sports Illustrated about what's the great Beckham, the soccer player. They had a TV program over in Europe, and part of the show was like a 2-hour show on him, and I think they had like 18 minutes of him sleeping on the show. That's how popular he is.
He is very popular, right?
Coming up on a minute remaining here in the third. 15-point lead for the Knicks. Well, the Knicks defensively were sleeping in the first quarter, but boy, they've turned it around beautifully. Brevin Knight misses as the defense in the second and third quarter has been absolutely terrific. And they've gone from being down 4 early now to up 15. Inside pass, Sweetney rushed the shot, and Sampson has it. Foul on Ariza. Again, sometimes those afternoon game, Johns, they're a little tough to get going for some players. Did you like playing in the afternoon? Did it care in your college days?
I came to play, Mike. Every day, every night, all the time. How about announcers? I understand you had I know you had a very exciting day doing that game yesterday in Indiana with Detroit visiting. But I know we don't have time to discuss your day totally. Traveling was a bit bumpy, wasn't it, for you?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in a good mood right now.
But you made it back safely. From snowy Indiana.
We just saw an air ball on a free throw.
Oh, wow.
Sampson doesn't seem, well, no, I was going to say he doesn't seem embarrassed. He was laughing, but he was embarrassed.
He had to smile on that one. That's, ladies and gentlemen, that is a professional athlete shooting the ball.
Sampson from the free throw line this season, 9 of 15.
Only one team shoots foul shots worse than the Bobcats, and they've had a fine year, but that's not their strength.
Brevin Knight ahead of the pack and able to put it in. I think the one team is at San Antonio, I believe, or it actually might be Miami.
Norris looking, trying to get that pick and roll working with Kurt Thomas, and it does work.
Thomas misses it. Sampson the rebound. Brevin Knight. That'll count if it goes. Too strong. And that will end the third quarter. Knicks continue to play solid defense. They led by as many as 15. And as we head to the fourth, it's a 12-point Knick lead.
We didn't set foot on the moon. We didn't tear down the Berlin Wall. And we didn't race into the history books. Our passion is beer. Whatever yours is, reach for greatness.
I just got Verizon's DSL service instead of Roadrunner, and I'm glad I did.
It's $29.95 a month with Verizon.
$29.95. So they doubled the speed, and the price stayed the same.
Verizon DSL just got faster than what it used to be.
Twice as fast.
Verizon Online DSL is now faster than ever, and it includes MSN Premium, something you don't get with Roadrunner. It's still just $29.95 a month when you sign up for 1 year.
I had a lot of choices,
but I went with Verizon.
Verizon.
It's that time of year again. Time for the Lexus December to Remember sales event, where you'll find the best values of the year on your favorite Lexus vehicles. We've taken care of everything. See your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Lexus dealer.
Fans, visit your local Verizon Wireless retail store to buy the new AudioVox CDM 8910 camera phone. AudioVox is proud to be a presenting sponsor of Knicks basketball.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by Jeep. Trail-rated capability only in a Jeep 4x4. And by Dreyfus. Fourth quarter, Knicks leading by 12 against the Bobcats. They'll fly down to Florida after the game. There's tomorrow night in Orlando against Grant Hill and the Magic. Tip off at about 7:10. Our coverage begins at 6:30 with Cannon Business Solution Knicks game night.
Knicks will get a look and a feel once again for Dwight Howard, the #1 rookie who was drafted #1 rather in the spring of this year. He's having a terrific season in the top 15 as one of the NBA's top rebounders. Has made that team tough, along with the reemergence of Grant Hill as well.
Moochie Norris looking for Sweetney. Sweetney holding off Sampson to try to push him out. Sweetney gets inside and throws it away. Knicks again in that quarter. Very strong defense as Bobcats 37%.
Bobcats in the second and third quarter combined for 32 points after their opening quarter of 28. So the Knicks defense really had a major impact after that first quarter.
Knight gets inside. Sampson blocked from behind by Ariza. Capono has to put up a three. And Sampson lost it. Jerome Williams knocked it away. Nazir Muhammad with some fancy dribbling.
Yeah, great ball control for the big Nazir Muhammad.
Norris, Sampson, or Eli blocks it right back at him. Brevin Knight trying to put some pressure on Norris. And there's a foul on Norris. That shot won't count. Brevin Knight a little frustrated with some of the calls. He had a first half technical. So Knight picks up the personal, and that's going to be his fourth.
But Nazir Muhammad, let him handle that basketball behind his back and recover it in time and protect it from being slapped away. Cameron's very quick here at the guard, picks up all these little things.
Ariza gets inside, and Muhammad for the easy putback. 16 points for Nazir Muhammad, and a lead back up to 14.
This young Bobcats team now is really showing that they are a young team. They seem to have lost a lot of their initial energy that they presented earlier.
And a foul on Sweetney. Sweetney's got 3. First team foul.
Team's first.
Again, the Knicks defense the last 2 games gave up 114 points to Boston, 123. And obviously this is a different team. It's an expansion team, but it's a Charlotte team that's been pretty competitive. As a block shot from Nazir Muhammad. And after the poor first quarter, Knicks turned it around nicely on defense. And that's the key to their 14-point lead. Norris. And this is the largest lead of the game.
Knicks lead 76-60.
Bobcats, Mike, sitting out Brezich, and now we just see him get up to come in. It appears that he should be on the court as much as possible. He's been the one consistent force for them, or had been earlier.
Good boxing out from Sweetney. Sweetney blocked. And last touch by Sweetney. Good defensive play from Eli. And here comes Brezich back in with Okafor and Bogans. Brezich hit his first 6 shots from the field, had 13 points in the first quarter, and has had 1 since.
A couple of those were pretty long jump shots, too, for the 7-1 Brezich. First name is Primosh.
Tonight, Brezich passes up the shot. Gerald Wallace does not. Can't hit. Okafor right there for the follow. He's a quick jumper, John.
You just don't want to look over at the coach when you're one of the guys next to a man who dunks the ball. You don't want to see his face.
Sweetney against Okafor. Oh, it's blocked by Brezich. Knight trying to find good transition defense. Bogans can't connect. And Gang rebounding as Muhammad pulls down his 7th. And Lenny Wilkins wants to talk things over. His team is led by as many as 16. With just over 3 minutes gone by here in the 4th, it's a 14-point advantage.
You left Rusty alone in your apartment?
It's okay. I got him one of those shot collars.
Oh, that's so cruel.
No. It's part of his training.
Can I get you a Bud Light? My roommate's got some in the fridge.
Thanks, Rusty.
Cool.
Fresh, smooth, real. Bud Light.
So what's up? You want to hang in or you want to go?
It's all here.
Looking for the perfect hotel where you can just relax? Send in the experts. When you use Hotels.com, it's like sending in a team of experts to check out everything you need to know about hotels. So, or call our certified hotel agents 24/7 to help you find the perfect hotel at the perfect price. Like Miami, from just $49.95. Hotels.com. Best prices, best places. Indeed.
Tuesday on MSG, the great holiday hoops tradition returns to the Garden with a big doubleheader tip-off. First, it's NC State taking on Columbia in Game 1. Then St. John's takes on upstate Canisius. The Dreyfus Holiday Festival, Tuesday night on MSG. Friday on MSG, take a trip back to 1994. It was June 14th, and the moment that all New York had waited 54 years to witness. The Rangers win the Stanley Cup on Rangers Classics presented by Panasonic. New Year's Eve at 8 on MSG.
Fans enter the audio box in Verizon Wireless Text and Watch to win 100K today. Verizon Wireless subscribers can participate by texting the word play to 90430 now. All other fans can visit MSGNetwork.com for more information on how to register. Then watch the Knicks on MSG Network and participate in poll questions for your chance to win. Speaking of questions, are we going to do our Nissan trivia? Emeka Okafor, 14 consecutive double-doubles, holds a rookie record. John, my answer is Wes Unseld. Who's yours? Will Chamberlain?
Walt Bellamy. Oh, here it is. Walt Bellamy, wow.
79. He had a pretty good year.
Yes, he did. He did. He made a lasting impression, too, as a member of the Knicks.
Offensive foul. Sweetney using his left arm to push off. And Sweetney's had a bit of a frustrating game. 4 fouls. Oh, absolutely.
There's a man who can use both hands effectively. One to shoot, one to push.
Still plenty of time in this. Just over 8.5 minutes remaining with John Andres and Al Troutman, Mike Breen on hand.
Trevor Knight looking inside, couldn't see the target, so he went to plan B and hits that nice jump shot.
Knight 8 points, just 2 assists. Knicks have done a good job defensively on him. Off the turnover. Okafor foul and one. All of a sudden, if Okafor hits his free throw, the lead is cut to single digits. And it's still 8:13 remaining.
Moochie Norris had a tough play here coming up court and turning that ball over as his teammate turned his back, and he tried to pull it back, and then all of a sudden the Bobcats get that loose basketball and turn it into points.
And quickly, Lenny Wilkins brought Stephon Marbury back in. Norris picks up his first. He stays in. Marbury will play the 2 guard. Okafor now having another big game. 19 points, 10 rebounds, a block shot, and the lead is suddenly single digits. Norris off the dribble, gets inside, stripped and stolen. Revan Knight, a crafty defender. Left open all of a sudden. And Moochie Norris the rebound. Throws it ahead to Ariza, who released. And Trevor Ariza puts the Knicks back up by 11, ending a 7-0 run.
That had to feel good for Moochie Norris. He's had a couple of tough trips to the basket area with shots being blocked and rejections.
Norris with a season high. Good help defense from Sweetney, but Brezich left wide open.
Well, they didn't get the rotation. When you double, you've got to have somebody fill the spot you just left. Brezich, too, who has shot so well. His major damage coming in the first quarter, but some good long-distance shots for a 7-1 man.
He's 7 of 9 from the field, 16 points. Marbury. Shot clock down to 6. Trevor Ariza gets inside. Norris on the jumper. And Gerald Wallace knocks his own teammate to the ground. Leroy Richardson telling Brezich, who was yelling at him, it's your own man.
Take your complaint elsewhere.
Knight gets inside, knocked away by Muhammad. Nazir Muhammad. And a clear path foul called.
Moochie Norris really played that pick and roll well. He didn't get caught, and he ran around the pick and was able to stay with his man.
So it's going to be one shot and the ball.
Just watch Brezich now, the big guy, getting bumped out of bounds. He couldn't see exactly who hit him, and he had a very hurtful look at the official, expecting a foul call to be made in his behalf.
Excuse me, John, I have to correct myself. They did not call the clear path. Apparently Okafor was ahead of the play. I apologize.
Accepted. I was focusing on a replay. I missed it.
Marbury has it turned over. Marbury's had a rough game. That's his 5th turnover. He's 2 of 10 from the field, but has 7 rebounds, 5 assists. And Brezich's tip won't go. Here comes Marbury. 4-on-1. Ariza, and he's fouled. And Hart does a good job holding on, make sure he doesn't get hurt. Good sportsmanship. And we'll have a timeout. Trevor Ariza will go to the free throw line. So it's just past the midway point of the 4th. Knicks leading by
9. From our family to yours, everyone at MSG Network wishes you a safe and happy holiday season.
It's another off.
Yes.
The other end, the Nuggets get out and run, and Nene takes a pass and slams a feeder in the sand tonight. We're getting beat down the floor. Leonard has 7 points.
With up to 40 NBA games a week, news, stats, and highlights, NBA League Pass from DirecTV is heaven. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS today.
I'd like every
single picture of little Jeannie to just disappear completely. Her first step, her first tooth, first bite of real food. You remember that? Peas. It was peas. And corn.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus. That's why America Online now gives away virus protection to all our members. Absolutely free.
Jeannie who?
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
Brace yourself for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 39 in crystal clear high definition. Now is the time to join DirecTV's HD Revolution. Because this postseason, the Revolution will be televised.
Well, just moments ago, we saw Mucci Norris leading the way, and a beautiful pass to Trevor Ariza for the simple dunk.
MSG Network's game director lets you choose your own camera angles for live game action, direct your own replays and more. Only on IO Digital Cable Service from Cablevision. Ariza's played 17 minutes today, 4 points, couple of assists, couple of rebounds. Hits the free throw. Knicks continue to be perfect at the line, 16 for 16.
Knicks have a remarkable record here at Madison Square Garden. When they take more free throws than the opponent, they win. They're 5-0 in that situation, although now it's pretty tight as far as numbers. It's been perfect.
Wallace. Okafor, that looked above the cylinder. But Okafor able to slam it in, and it's an 8-point game. It's the closest it's been here in the fourth quarter. And closest it's been since early in the second half. Still 5.5 to play. Muhammad, dangerous pass. Houston lost it off the dribble. And good transition defense by the Knicks. Steve Smith, though, spot. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point game. And Lenny Wilkins has seen it up, wants to call time. Initially, it was good transition defense, but Steve Smith just ran down and spotted up on the three-point line, John.
Steve Smith is not a man you want to leave open on the three-point range. Number 7 in the NBA in the high 40s.
Around here, driving conditions can change at a moment's notice. That's why you need a vehicle you can depend on to navigate spots. A vehicle with available all-wheel drive, like the brand new Ford 500 or Freestyle. 500 is the first sedan in its class available with this safety feature, and Freestyle's available all-wheel drive system reacts automatically to changes in driving conditions. And now during the Next Generation event, get the all-new 500 or Freestyle for just $299 a month. Just $299 a month for the confidence and versatility you need. Ford, built for the road ahead.
Hey guys, what you got there?
Chicken selects.
Grilled chicken.
Chicken.
I didn't know there was a chicken place around here.
McDonald's.
They named the chicken place McDonald's? Wait a minute, can they do that? They could get sued.
McDonald's chicken. So tasty, it's almost a crime.
Trademark infringement. Hello?
I had the opportunity to give back. That gives me satisfaction. It's, words can't even really describe. I'm feeling that, okay.
That's a part of community, to realize that, if you were in someone else's shoes, maybe they do the same for you.
And I see a little guy or a little girl's face light up, seeing the kids' reaction. That's what it's all about.
I'm very happy to know that I can put a smile on the kid's face.
Tonight at 10 on MSG. Full recap of today's action on MSG Sports Desk presented by Toyota. Bill Daughtry and Steve Cangelosi get you up to date on the NBA, the NFL, and everything else going on in the world of sports. That's tonight at 10 right here on MSG. The Charlotte Bobcats on a 14-3 run. Jamal Crawford with the sprained toe or the turf toe, whatever you want to call it. Going to be a spectator for a few weeks. Got the boot, the walking boot, as they call it. So what has been a 16-point lead has been now cut to 5. Tim Thomas, Marbury, Muhammad, Kurt Thomas, and Houston, the starting five back in the game. Muhammad. Tough shot, won't go. Wallace, another rebound. Wallace has 11 boards.
Hart's done a good job on Marbury. Stephon finding it tough to get some good open looks.
Brezich. Okafor one-on-one with Kurt Thomas. Lost a dribble. And Jason Hart tracks it down. 2 on the shot clock. Smith just gets it off in time and hits a 3. And it's a 2-point game as the shot clock expires.
Steve Smith has made a career out of haunting the Knicks with his dramatic three-point shooting.
A 17-3 run. And there's still over 4 minutes remaining. Marbury tied up. Kurt Thomas can't hit. But Brezich didn't go for the rebound. He was starting to go over toward the Charlotte bench for some reason. Well, it looked like it was going to be an easy game as Steve Smith called for the foul. He's upset. That's his third, and the team's third.
Allen Houston staying in motion moments ago. You can see her at the other end now. The Bobcats, Steve Smith from the deep corner, making this a much closer game, but Allen Houston just drew the foul from Steve Smith.
Marbury kicks it out. Tim Thomas off the dribble, gets inside. Nice aggressive move from Tim Thomas.
So that was a statement move.
He's got 14 points in. The Knicks back up by 4. Lenny Wilkins, a few minutes ago, probably didn't think he was going to have to sweat this one out. Well, that's the case right now. Smith off one dribble, not a good shot, and Kurt Thomas with his 7th rebound.
Such a difference when you're flat-footed shooting versus off the dribble, and Smith's shot just wasn't there.
Tim Thomas calling for the ball, and Gerald Wallace over-aggressive on his ball denial. That's a 14th foul on the Bobcats, second on Gerald Wallace.
Tim Thomas a moment ago gave the Knicks a big lift with this very forceful move to the basket.
And I made a mistake again. That's their 5th, so they're in the penalty. So Tim Thomas, 14 points, 4 assists. He also has a couple of steals in this game. And 4 assists ties his season high. Starting to get back in the flow. Starting to play a little more consistently. And it comes at a critical time with Jamal Crawford out.
Yeah, if you're Lenny Wilkins, you just want to plan on what you're going to get out of each forward. And Thomas has been underachieving, but now the signs are very good.
Free throw shooting crucial for the Knicks. They're 4th now in the NBA in free throw shooting as a team. They've hit 18 of 19 tonight. Steve Smith can't finish. Fight for the rebound. Okafor takes it away and draws the foul. No. I thought I saw the hand go up to Scott Foster. Thought I heard a whistle. And a delay of game warning. So the basket counts. And it's back to a 4-point game.
Knicks have continued to shoot well. They're still at they're at 48% from the field. 40% for the Bobcats.
2.5 remaining. Tim Thomas against Wallace. Tough shot won't go. Fight for the rebound. Okafor, excellent boxing out for his 14th rebound. And Bernie Bickerstaff wants timeout. A full timeout for the Charlotte Bobcats. The Knicks saw a 16-point lead cut to 2. And as we go to break, they lead by 4. Bobcats ball.
This red tag is your key to extraordinary year-end savings. Get into your GMC dealer by January 3rd for special red tag offers on the power, precision, and design of select professional-grade GMC trucks and SUVs. Get this Envoy 4x4 SLE with Smart Buy financing for around $289 a month. Call for residency restrictions and other details. Through January 3rd, see some red, save some green at your participating GMC dealers.
Now there's something to relieve stress, put a little strut in your step, and add years to your life. It will improve your outlook and where you look out, too. It's the New York Lottery. Side effects include incredible happiness, a constant feeling of well-being, and an increased desire to jump up and down shouting, "Hooray, hooray!" Ask your accountant if more money is right for you. Do not operate heavy machinery. Have someone do it for you. So play the New York Lottery. You won't feel like your old self again.
Foxwoods Resort Casino. 80 poker tables. A charter member of the World Poker Tour. Foxwoods' new Waffle Rewards Megastore is loaded with cool stuff.
2:18 remaining, fourth quarter, Madison Square Garden. Knicks clinging to a 4-point lead. As you see, both teams with a couple of timeouts remaining. Knicks have a few fouls to give. They've seen a 16-point fourth quarter lead almost disappear.
Bobcats have been playing close games lately, too. Of their last 4 games, 2 have been overtime games, 1 a 3, and the other 2 3-point games.
Starting 5 in the game. Nope, they take Allen Houston out, put Trevor Ariza in for defense. Lenny Wilkins going with the defensive unit to have Ariza guard Steve Smith. Jason Hart right now playing the point. And a violation, an illegal screen, an out-of-bounds screen set by Charlotte. It's not a foul, it's a violation. And Bernie Bickerstaff doesn't like the call. You can't set a screen on a man if you're out of bounds.
Bernie's at the other end of the court. No way he could have seen it. But he has to express some feeling. Right, he's just not happy, period.
So off the turnover, the 18th for Charlotte. 3 times as many as the first time these two teams played, when the Bobcats only turned it over 6 times against the Knicks.
2 minutes.
Thomas with 9 on the shot clock. Drives, spins, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2 more. But I like Tim Thomas. He is not settling at all for the jumper in this game. He's taking it to the basket, John.
Yes, he played tightly, having hit a couple of shots. You can see Wallace is up on him pretty good. And you can count on Tim spinning whenever he drives if he doesn't get straight to the basket. The only thing he has to be careful of is not bowling over a defender who's helping out. But here he was able to succeed and get to the foul line.
This will be his 5th and 6th free throws. He got to the line 6 times a game. That'd be a terrific number for him. He does not get to the line much, and he's a good free throw shooter.
Knicks have been shooting so well today from the line.
18 of 20. It's one of the big differences in the game. It's offset the fact that Charlotte has 21 offensive rebounds. 5-point lead, just under 2 to play. Hart off the dribble, falls down. Out of bounds, still Charlotte ball. Hart looking, saying, how could that not be a foul?
Of course, the Knicks feel he just went out of bounds.
17 on the shot clock. Good ball denial from Ariza. Steve Smith came across looking for it. Hart spinning. Not a good shot, but Wallace the rebound, and he's fouled on the follow. The 22nd offensive rebound for the Charlotte Bobcats. So they call a foul on Kurt Thomas, his 4th.
Teams first in the last 2 minutes.
So Wallace will go to the line for the first time.
He's the most desirable Bobcat to be on the line from the Knicks perspective, too.
61%. Allen Houston's going to come in as Lenny Wilkins will go with offense-defense substitution. 84-80, a 4-point game. The Knicks led by 12 going into the 4th, up that lead to 16 early in the 4th, and then the Bobcats went on a 17-3 run. And Nazir Muhammad with his 8th board.
Well, Knicks have time on their side now. They can get what they want with the lead here.
Marbury on the pull-up, puts it in. Stephon Marbury, a big bucket for a 6-point lead.
but that's a quality that he's just exhibited that separates him from so many players. He's had such a difficult time making shots today, but he wanted that shot and made a huge shot.
And Smith had a good couldn't put it down. That would have made it a three-point game.
Well, we got a pick and roll being sized up now.
Marbury. Kurt Thomas wide open. Won't go. And Bernie Bickerstaff wants a timeout. So at 44.9 remaining, Knicks by 6. And Stephon Marbury, who has struggled shooting, was 2 of 10. It's a big bucket, and it's 86-80. Charlotte ball when we come back.
Electronic four-wheel drive. Vehicle stability assist with traction control. And an available navigation system with off-road tracking. The 265 horsepower Acura MDX. Its heart's in the right place, even if you're not.
My Sherpa. My equipment. My base camp. My trail. Oh, my Everest. And my favorite part, the descent. My life takes me to the edge. My American Express heart always goes with me.
Tomorrow on MSG, Stephon Marbury in New York look to heat things up on the road against Grant Hill and the Magic. Tomorrow night at 7, only on MSG Network.
Knicks holding on, a 6-point lead with 44.9 remaining. The Charlotte Bobcats, who've been a very impressive expansion team, have just a 20-second timeout remaining. Knicks have 2 timeouts left, neither team with a foul to give. This is where an expansion team has problems finishing games, but when the Knicks looked like they had this one wrapped up early in the fourth, Charlotte came back nicely.
Yes, they did. Their major problem, though, has been on the road, where they had lost 10 straight until their last game at Houston on this past Wednesday.
Meanwhile, as you mentioned, Stephon Marbury hitting a big shot. And just when the Knicks needed it, Marbury had been struggling shooting, but a huge bucket to give them this 6-point lead. Steve Smith was calling for the ball. Jason Hart off the dribble and throws it out of bounds. He thought Capone was going to come up, and a costly turnover, their 19th.
Well, there was good defensive pressure, though, by the Knicks. That helped.
Marbury. Thomas with an open three. It's good. Tim Thomas makes it a 9-point game with 25 seconds remaining.
That shot went up with 9 seconds on the shot clock, and that was the icing.
And for the second straight game, Tim Thomas with a season high. He's got 20 points at 19 against Boston. And Thomas coming up big, 8 of his 20 points here in the fourth quarter.
It's looking like they wanted to pick and roll Marbury and Thomas, but Marbury swung it over to the other Thomas, Tim Thomas, who hit the big one.
And you see his teammates happy for him. Marbury setting him up, and those are the kind of three-pointers coaches like, wide open off penetration and kick. And you see the happiness. As we said earlier, he said this has been the toughest year for him, both on and off the court, with all the stuff going on with his family, with the tragedy with the death of his sister and his cousin, with his, as he says, the worst start of his NBA career. He'd been booed here at the Garden, had not played well at all, and starting to come around a bit.
Oh, and what a crucial time, coming up with 8 of the last 10 Knick points.
.1 remaining. 89-80. The Knicks giving themselves some breathing room. This one a little too close for Lenny Wilkins, I'm sure. Not happy with the way the Bobcats came back. Knicks got sloppy with the ball in the fourth quarter. Turned it over 7 times here in the fourth. And now just need a stop or two to make sure this one's official. And there's a foul on Kurt Thomas's 5th. Okafor will go to the line. Well, I'm impressed with Okafor, John. Seeing him a couple of times live, watching him on TV. He's relentless. He's what you want in a rookie in terms of brings it hard, brings it energy every single night.
He's a tremendous worker. But foul shooting is not his specialty. This team, as we mentioned earlier, only Miami shoots them worse than Charlotte. He's a 62% foul shooter this year.
And hits the free throw.
Perhaps his concentration is better now in the closing seconds.
Bogans comes in. Smith will sit down. 23 seconds remain. Seven-point game. And Houston fouled immediately. And the Knicks, who have hit their free throws 19 of 21, will wrap this one up at the free throw line. Otherwise give Bobcats a chance. But the Bobcats are completely out of timeouts now. Allen Houston in his first start, 14 points, 5 assists, 5 of 10 from the field, hit both of his free throws, so a solid first start. He continues to get back. Today on MSG, catch the latest edition of Knicks Live, all ball presented by Chevrolet, 48 hours in the life of Mike Sweetney. Today following Knicks and Bobcats here on MSG Network. Lead back up to 9. Good balance from the Knicks scoring. 20 for Tim Thomas, 16 apiece from Muhammad and Houston. Marbury with 14 and Kurt Thomas with 10. And Allen Houston with a rare block shot. Nice defensive play. Capono. And good harassment from Tim Thomas defensively, and that will do it. Knicks get a much needed win. That won't count, but it doesn't matter. They snapped the losing streak at 2. Bobcats made it a game, much too close for comfort for Lenny Wilkins, but Tim Thomas for the second straight game with a season high. And the Knicks certainly would be excited about Thomas breaking out what's been a rough start to his season. 19 against Boston and 20 points to lead the Knicks in scoring here this afternoon, John.
Yeah, solid effort after that first quarter. The Knicks took control of the game. And it started with defense, and the offense went right along with it.
So the final score, the Knicks 91 and the Bobcats 82. Our play of the game is